Okay. So why isn't that streaming? There we go. Welcome back to Starfield. This is the side questing thing. I'm sure that there's a catchy tune someone could do based on Ghostbusters, what you're going to do, side questing. So I had a little fun hitting the outpost up, built an outpost, made some money, revised my ship a bit, and I completely forgot that the way I make money on outposts also boosts my level. So I find myself at level 35 and probably without any of the weapons that one would normally have at this level.
Recycled air. Just isn't the same as the real thing.
So the new ship is kind of a flat arrangement. I've put in a bunch of windows. Unfortunately, you do have to go all the way around. Captain quarters are in the middle. And starboard area. And this was supposed to connect across, but yeah. Oh well. In the future, we will be building bigger ships where we have more control over where the doors are. So we need to pick a side quest now. We have been working on this delivering devils thing. And we have deep cover, which is pending. Those are main quests, which I will progress off the stream as they become needed. And we've got a few other side quests that are available to us. But let's start off by continuing with this delivering devils. He's on Mars, so we're going to set course and head out to Mars. Bink. Remember, this is a Bethesda game in a space setting. This is not a space game done by Bethesda.
Way of keeping the city shielded from the harsh Martian landscape. Almost break time. Come on.
Look at this place. I can't imagine being cramped down here, choking on the fumes and the dust. No trees, no grass. It's depressing.
We got lots of stuff. Just ask.
Okay, so this is the guy we're supposed to talk to.
Invoices can be collected from the... Oh. Not here for a delivery, are you?
Do you now? Well, I do wish I could help you, Captain, but Dr. Walker has been missing for some time.
A shame, too. We had such high hopes for Percival. I brought him on myself to do medical and biological consulting around the city. Not the sort of work the Trade Authority traditionally does. But we thought it had the potential to become a whole new type of revenue stream for our branch. I invested no small amount of personal capital into the endeavor. But then he decided to run off after a discipline issue. I presume the miners have him hidden somewhere. Plenty of cracks on this old rock. But at this point, it's probably for the best. That's correct. We're no longer interested in Dr. Walker's services. He did leave his post, however, with a sizable debt to his name. If you were to find him and get him to pay, the Trade Authority would be most grateful for it.
Oh, I loathe the Trade Authority. Is it absolutely necessary that we have to help them? I couldn't have put that better myself.
Pity.
Perhaps a little advance on my part might pique your interest. Visit the Sixth Circle, a bar on the lowest level of the city. If someone in Sidonia knows where Percival is, you'll find them there.
Okay. Down to the Sixth Circle. There's even an elevator. You could wait outside the elevator there, Sarah?
Careful near the railings on the upper levels. It's a long way down.
Broken Spear's upstairs. Go drown yourself there. This bar's for devil's vets and their kin.
Doc Walker? You're barking up the wrong...
You. Why don't you come here and tell me what some stray wants with Walker? Not every day a stray topsider wanders into my bar claiming they know people. What do you want with Dr. Walker? That's so. Now, if that tag's a forgery, it's a damn good one. All right. Maybe she did send you. Or maybe you just know where to buy your fakes.
That's her
Look,
picture up there.
Even if I decided I was going to help you get in contact with Dr. Walker, Percival made himself scarce for a reason. His debt to the Trade Authority. But if someone resolved that debt, well, Percival wouldn't have to hide anymore. Can bet that person would make a friend out of Percival, and the rest of us devils. And I'm always inclined to help a friend. Well, the most straightforward way to take care of this debt would be to just saunter up to the Authority and pay him direct, if you've got credits to throw away. Of course, rumor is the Trade Authority keeps all their records and collections files on a central server inside their storeroom. If someone was to break in there and adjust Percival's debt to something a little more reasonable, say a few hundred credits, I'd be happy to cover the costs.
Making that adjustment would be illegal. I don't think this is a road we should travel.
But, one friend of Hadrian's to another, Sidonia's full of old utility spaces. Wouldn't be surprised if there was one that let out right into the Authority storeroom. Say, with an entrance behind the bar at the Broken Spear. Ooh, and you might need these.
Well, we'll figure it out one way or another.
Red Devils were the meanest Marine unit the UC Navy ever had. Couldn't get in if you hadn't done at least one stint as a Martian Dusty. Made us tough, reliable. It's why they chose us as the handlers for the UC Xeno weapons. No other unit could handle that pressure. Percival, though, he wasn't a grunt like all of us. Science officer. Made sure the monsters behaved themselves around the Devils, and didn't with everyone else. But it was those monsters that did us in. When the Colony War ended and the Armistice came down, everything associated with Xeno weapons got shelved, Red Devils included. Now they're just a memory. And I look forward to hearing the good news.
Okay, so
Maybe Hadrian's friend. Come here. Heard you talking with Lou. So you're going to help Dr. Walker? Oh, good, good. Percival's a good guy. Listen, I know how you can do it without having to resort to any B&E. Aqueous hematite. Mars is full of it. People think it's just garbage, but Percival and I, we've been working on some projects in the deep mines. At least when he wasn't slaving away at his trade authority contract. But we stumbled on a way to make it useful and profitable. You give our research over to Octai at the trade authority, it should more than cover Percival's debt. That guy's always looking for an angle. Yeah, it does. It would be. There's just one issue. We were never able to finish the research. Spacers moved in and ran us out. Started setting up shop.
Oh dear. I believe I see where this is leading.
But if you can clear them out, I can walk you through how to finish the research. Then you can give it over to the trade authority. They'll get folks working in the deep mines again. Jobs come back, I become a modern-day folk hero. Then I don't have to sleep on an inflated spacesuit anymore. Great. So access to the deep mines can be found outside the city. It's not far. Shouldn't even need to hop back in your ship. We'd set up right near the main drill. Taking out the spacer leader should get the message across to the rest of them to buzz off. Once you've managed that, phone up here on the comms panel, and I can walk you through finishing the research.
Okay. Well, goodness, I guess we have to go kill some spacers. Tisk tisk.
There's nothing like seeing old sun come.
Let's see. What have I got in the way of weapons here? Well, I've got this nice extended mag Coachman, which is going to be nice for shooting things. This guy is compensated, but not... Do I have a silenced one? I don't think I have any suppressed weapons. Okay, well let's start off with the Eagle. Range 20. Okay, the Equinox has a nice range. Yeah, let's use the Coachman. So I got a couple of markers here. Kill the spacer leader in the deep mines, or change it. Let's head for this one. You know, for a side quest, this is feeling awfully main questy. Just to get a feel for this, where are we going? We're going here. And we're going here.
Keep scanning. I'm sure there's something nearby.
Let's see, water, lead, chlorine, chlorosilanes. Okay, so she needs to talk again. I like to keep up with this sort of thing.
Can I help? Thanks for taking time to chat. I really need a friendly ear right about now. I received a message from Constellation, and it's given me a lot to think about. No, it's nothing like that. It's just a list of requests. Things I would normally handle if I was there. But I'm not. I'm out here instead with you. Exactly. But let me back up a bit so I can explain. Before I joined Constellation, I served for 8 years as the head of the Navigator Corps, until the UC decided to axe the department. Yeah, I suppose painful is an appropriate way to put it. You see, the top brass demanded press-worthy discoveries to justify the spending, and money was tight after the war. Shutdown was inevitable. At the end of the day, I was in charge, so the blame obviously fell on my shoulders. Yeah? You once told me that you favored the journey over the destination. So I'm hoping you'll understand what I'm trying to say. I failed because I was more concerned about exploring the stars than pushing a pencil. Because of my lack of foresight, all I ended up with was a shuttered division and a bunch of excuses. That's just it, though. Did I push too hard? Did they shut us down because I wasn't quietly sitting at my desk approving meaningless memos? We'll never know. Yes, maybe. Call it whatever you want. My drive, my initiative, my optimism. It's been my greatest strength and my worst nightmare. It elevates me to these positions of authority, but all I want to do is explore, not sit and make sure the accounts are balanced. Yes, exactly. If it's obvious to you, imagine how obvious it is to someone like Barrett or Mateo. Oh, they must be itching to replace me by now. God damn it. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Oh, here you are trying to help me and I'm yelling at you. You have to understand. Once Aja retired, I lost the only person that gave a damn. You'd think I'd realize by now that I can always depend on you to lighten the mood. Wow, that was a hell of a ride, wasn't it? Oh, I'm sorry to put you through all that. But thank you for being there and listening. It helped. It really did.
Okay, and that was the second opportunity to flirt with her, which I'm avoiding this playthrough. Let's get this set back up.
The monkey bacon guy here was saving his flask, and he just popped back in.
Is it beyond? I guess it's beyond that ridge. I can go up and over. So that's pretty close. Let's get out a long-range weapon for
No,
this.
that's too late for me. I got pickleball in the morning.
Let's see. Nothing really very long range except this one.
It's a lot of fun. No, it's a hybrid
You're ready to die.
sport that incorporates aspects of tennis, badminton, and ping pong.
That's a level 48 guy.
Got a present for ya. Going out. Bring it on. I can't take much more of this. Here it comes. I'm going to end you. Throwing a grenade. Ha! You're a damn joke.
Okay, we definitely need to get in there and loot some of the weapons these guys have been carrying. What we're doing with this is just...
What the? They're gone.
except for the one down there.
Ha! Found ya. Going out. This is gonna end badly for you.
I'm hoping that Sarah has her damage scaled up a bit.
I'm sure they had something they can use.
Let's take a look here. So calibrated Grendel. Not bad. The Kodama is probably my best weapon at this point. Okay.
Beg for mercy.
I wonder if it's just that last one remaining. In which case I should be... using that. Oops. Come on, not that. Come on. So four shots with the coachman. This isn't where we got that one up there.
Let's do this. It's on. Let's see if they've got any.
There we go. Grounded Crew Pack is a backpack which reduces incoming weapons and a calibrated Kodama. Oh, nice. Okay, so big guy had a good weapon, for which I have plenty of ammo. And now we can head down into the abandoned mines.
The more people you have, the more mess ups you have.
So that's where we're headed.
Yep, less people to get thrown into a well cave.
So adaptive frames and isocenter, these are the things that I'm making in bulk now in my my base.
These access stairs lead deeper into the mines. I hope we remember the way back to the surface.
Okay, let's see if we can do this without getting shot up too much. Oh, much better.
Here it comes! Target down! Ah!
Okay, up top first. So I gave her like 2 grenades, and she just keeps throwing them. There to be several back there.
You picked the wrong day to piss me off.
Well, that was cool.
Not gonna last much longer.
Still one over that way.
Come on. Going out. More fire on him. One down.
There we go.
I guess they ran away.
Could have sworn there were more back here. I mean, more dead ones. Okay, so all sorts of weapons I'm picking up here. Gotta keep my eyes out for good laser weapons. So I'm gonna hand that calibrated Orion off to my companion.
I'm listening. Let's see what you got.
So she currently has that anti-personnel modified Orion. I'm going to hand her, let's see, this guy. So the calibrated Orion is actually a bit better. So let's see, equip is B.
Talk to you later.
I think at some point down here we're going to meet some bad guys.
Living quarters. I can't imagine having to live almost every waking moment underground. I'm gonna go down.
Whoops.
This ain't the end. Come on. catching them, make it quick.
Old Earth assault rifle. So Old Earth assault rifles are not as good DPS as the calibrated Kodama. Range is 40, so they're a bit longer range. So we're going to put the Coachman on 1, Kodama on 2, and the assault rifle on 3. Not a lot of ammo in the assault rifle. So this is optional, kill the leader. How am I doing for weight? I've been picking up a lot of stuff. I am a little bit overweight. So let's see, working from least value per mass. Some of this stuff is going to be obvious that I can drop. So let's go ahead and just drop all of the junk I can drop. I think that's an upgrade. So we're going to equip that guy. Let's drop that for now. Yeah, I should have changed into my Constellation stuff and left the Vanguard stuff in the ship.
Look at all this old drilling equipment left here to rust. Not surprising, though. Mining lasers rendered these machines completely obsolete. Okay, so how am I going to get down? Well, we clearly can't get through this way. Perhaps we should try making our way down using the caves in the back of the area.
Yep, down here. Quietly, quietly. Notice how quickly I'm going through the ammo for this thing.
There's still quite a bit of mineral wealth down here. Perhaps it would be worth our time to survey the area for more? Throwing a grenade! Get it out of here! You've got nothing! Nothing! I'm going to
Shotguns take too long to reload.
might as well take what we can. Light 'em up!
Okay, I'm just going to charge in.
Find some damn cover!
Now! Damn it! We gotta leave now!
Incoming! Bring it on!
Okay, I think that's everybody. I don't see any more marks. And that looks like Nericom. So, okay, I don't think I can unlock master stuff. Microgun. It's a helicopter minigun, but smaller. Fire rate 350. Holy smoke. So the assault rifles take 7.62, which I don't think I've seen anywhere else. We have this modified calibrated mag shot, which is 43 MI. Of which we have very, very little.
I think you need to get rid of some of that gear.
Yeah, so do I. Okay, so all gear. Start from the low value. So leadline ground crew. Oh, this Gretel's got a suppressor on it. I'll keep a hold of that. So mass is going down. Is there anything obviously heavy I'm carrying? So the microgun is really heavy. Not interested. And this guy, for now, dust him.
You're gonna line of sight your healers.
There we go. Good enough.
Hello? Oh, took care of the spacers, huh? Oh, good. Now to finish off the research, you're gonna need to collect a sample of hematite to run through the thresher. Grab a laser cutter and head back to the chamber where you came in. Once you've got a sample, Thresher's the big machine in the next room. Passcode to start it is Ares 2330. Take care of all that, and we'll have Percival's name cleared in no time.
Okay, so grab a laser cutter. I'm betting there's a laser cutter here. Maybe there's a good laser cutter here. Cutter. Same as my cutter. Aqueous hematite.
Password accepted. Initiating analysis. Compound analysis complete. Adding to existing notation. Collating. Process complete. You may collect your documentation.
Okay. Data collection slot. Got it.
All set? Good. You can take the elevator in that room back to the surface. There should be a key stashed in the Thresher room, if the spacers didn't make off with it. I'll be waiting at the circle.
Okay, looking for a key. So they're pretty much just inviting me to... I may have already picked it up, I don't know. I think literally they're telling me just to loot everything. Just in case it's hidden behind something.
Why are you bothering to carry all that junk?
Well, I think it's because I'm going to end up selling all this crap. But in the process, I need to find the key they were talking about.
Stay out of it.
Hope it isn't in the safe. It served me right for sitting at my base, making and selling stuff, if I ended up leveled up to the point where I couldn't use the elevator. Floor access restricted, right. Okay, this is advanced, but I can do it.
And our shamans know to recast their totems as soon as we get out of this hallway.
So that's there, and that's there. There we go. Aha. Employee exit key, and there was actually a dot on it I could have followed. Okay, so sometimes I don't pay attention. Okay, Sarah, let's blow this joint. So let's see, next stop. Pay off Percival's debt. Oops. Optional return the data to Cambridge. Why did it send me back down there? It wants me to run
Spread
back?
out.
No, not a chance. Basically, we want to head back to Cydonia. I'm carrying too much and can't fast travel. Long, slow slog when you're carrying too much stuff. Fortunately, I'm only a little bit overweight, so at least I don't have to stop and catch my breath. I think I am going to stop in at the ship and get a 1 hour nap, though, to recover the health I'm about to lose. So I just recalled that somebody was saying that if you set an alternate binding for the jump, it jumped forward. Left shift, left control. I can see my ship right there.
It's about time. Come on, sleepyhead.
Let's see, should I drop some of this stuff in the... No, I'll sell it inside. Who can I sell a bunch of junk to?
Captain, it is pleasant to see you.
Crime's at an all-time low around Sidonia. Let's keep it that way.
This here's the most important work in the
Bartender
galaxy.
probably only
We
gets
mine the resources that makes
food
these
from
ships
me.
possible. How's the saying go? Show no mercy.
Okay, trade authority. I can sell him crap.
Welcome to the Sidonia Trade Authority. Yo, hey, what's up? You looking to do some shopping here at the Trade Authority? I'm Manaki. Feel free to ask me anything and I'll do my best to help you out. Cool. That's what we do here.
Oh, come on.
Sounds like a plan. I can also take stuff off your hands too, if that's something you're interested in.
So first off, I can sell all that stuff. Then we're going to go into weapons and say, okay, by the numbers. The knife is actually better than these guys. And actually, I don't even need a knife. Okay. Pistol. Oh, the mag shot's very valuable, and I can hardly ever find 43 MI weapon for it, so yeah, never mind. Urban Eagle is good. We're going to keep that. rifles. I don't think I've ever seen 7.62. Does he sell 7.62? He does. So that's actually a viable weapon for me. I've got a calibrated Kodama. I don't need the Kodama. These guys are decent DPS, but eh. So this is getting a little long in the tooth. Let's get rid of it. Equinox, we need to keep one. Lower deep. No, let's keep the next one we find that's decent DPS. There we go. Sturdy, calibrated, ecliptic. It's actually a much nicer suit than what I'm wearing. Ooh, that's worth good money. So you have to sell somewhere else. Okay, so a pack without boost is useless. That's balanced rather than Vanguard. Let's hold on to the balanced. Ooh. Yay! I can tramp the next level of commerce.
See you around.
So mercenary spacesuit's the best one I've found so far. So weight is down to 133 out of 135. We really have to sell some more stuff.
We got lots of stuff. Just ask. Yeah, let's get you hooked up.
So the big thing is these spacesuits that I've got extra here. Let's go drop some stuff in the ship.
Come back anytime.
Oh, how are you?
Captain, hello. I am satisfied to see that.
Should I warm up the engines?
So let's see. Don't carry extra stuff. What, that wasn't my best space helmet, was it? Don't really like the look of that. Let's stick with the Constellation helmet just for the look. Get you a quick nap for some experience buffs.
Well, well. Look who decided to rejoin the world.
Hello.
Okay. So we've peeled our weight down, we've sold some stuff off, and now we're ready to finish this up. So now we have a new side quest to talk to Mitch Benjamin, whoever that is.
The miners pretty much run the lower levels here.
You've got the slate. Let me see. Reduced joint wear? Oh, increased lifting capacity. A dose of this stuff could make a miner way more efficient. This formula's gotta be worth at least as much as whatever Percival owes. Okay, so here's what you do. Tell Octai and the Trade Authority you found a business proposal that will make miners more efficient, higher yield, synergy, you know, all that business crap. And that you'll trade it to him for clearing Percival's debt. You good at doing pitches and stuff like that? Oh, this is gonna be great. Oh, and here, a copy of the formula for yourself, in case you ever want to try maximizing your own industrial output. Oh, use that if you can. Good luck.
Okay.
A friendly reminder that throwing litter off the balconies is prohibited.
Once considered ineffective, even essential element in combating some of the settled system's most dangerous threats.
Hey, you looking for anything in particular?
Okay. Quick save and talk to this guy.
Was there something else? I'm never one to turn away an opportunity. But I'd be curious what you think you've uncovered in the Martian market that others have missed.
Aqueous hematite, iron and wastewater. Well, I'm not surprised no one has proposed something like this before.
And exactly what does this new drug of yours do? An interesting proposal, if your data pans out. But where's this hematite coming from? The active mines would be too expensive to retool. The deep mines could be an option, but they're full of spacers. Or so I've heard. Well now, that is intriguing. A completely untapped resource pool, and the sort of utility every mining firm in Sidonia would be clamoring to get their hands on. We could contract out all the actual lab work, bring on one of the hungrier mining concerns for materials, the licensing fees alone. And think what it would do for our image with the general populace. This mine, reopened, thanks to the Martian Trade Authority. Very interesting indeed. And what do you want for the rights to this drug?
Dr. Walker's dead? That's it? Consider it wiped.
Well, it seems we have a deal then. And here, a finder's fee from the Authority. A perfectly reasonable amount for a discovery with this sort of potential. Wouldn't want you feeling shortchanged down the road. We'll just be taking that slate before you have any second thoughts. It was a pleasure doing business with you, Captain.
Okay, back down to talk to Lou.
Yeah? Did you now? Fine work. My end of the bargain then, I suppose. He's holed up in the old Red Devils HQ. Place was sealed up tight after the UC shuttered our unit, but we snuck him in the back entrance through the deep mines. Was also going to warn you about spacers down there. But it sounds like you might have already tossed those drakes. Here, the passkey. And I'll let him know there's someone he owes one hell of a thank you on their way down.
Okay, so turns out we're headed back to the same mine we just cleared out. Cool. Let's fast travel to the abandoned mines. think this is the same direction I came at this from before, but it works. Yeah, I came from the other side originally. Hold on. Okay, how do I get there? Down this way? Maybe down here? Yeah, this is kind of going back down to where it was before. Makes sense. I have to cut through the back caves and such. Aha. I would be willing to bet this is kind of the right direction.
Exploring these mining operations has given me a new appreciation for the risks Dusties take to make a living.
Okay, so that was the door that unlocked with my key. Well, that did help some. I probably could have just jumped straight across, though. Might as well grab some of it. Oh, that's right. My geology thing wants me to grab some stuff, so I will just basically tap these things as long as this is giving me geology points. It's probably unique items, though.
I suppose it was a bit like building a ship in a bottle.
Okay. So what is the preferred route? Apparently this way.
Out of the red with the Trade Authority. Can't say I don't appreciate it, but I doubt you came all this way just to do me a favor. Now you want to explain to me why you're going around harassing nefarious old men by wiping away their hard-earned debts? Tissue sample? You came all the way down here for that? Must be some damn important cells. You want to tell me what I'm about to be staring at? Fast-growing terramorph. That is concerning. Who exactly told you to bring this to me? Hadrian. She gave you this? If she made you come all the way for this. Let's get inside. I need to see these cells.
Gonna ask you to not touch anything. Got some projects in the works down here, and I wasn't expecting guests. Oh, and Lou mentioned how you took care of the debt. Can't say I'm thrilled the Trade Authority got their mitts on the research, but I guess that's the price you pay not to live in a cave the rest of your days. All queued up. Let's gaze into this abyss, shall we? All right, just get those cellular markers tagged. Wait, where are the markers? This can't be right. This sample, it's Londinian. I'll need to get this all in a slate. Adrian really gave you this sample. You're not lying to me? Because if you told me this was a hoax, and it'd be the best damn fake I've ever seen, I'd be mad and very, very relieved. Can't just humor an old man, huh? This sample, it's got all the indicators of the worst terramorph attack in human history. I presume you've heard of Londinium. It was a city wiped completely off the map by terramorphs. The swarms are so bad, they had to blow the spaceport and seal the place off from the galaxy at large. Not a lot of samples made it off the world from the time of the attack, but the ones that did, well, they look just like this one. I didn't detect any of the telltale signatures this specimen ever sat on a ship while it was alive, either. I don't think it was transported to Tau Ceti. This specimen, it grew there, faster than any terramorph should. Which means, if we're about to start a new era in human-terramorph relations, where big, sudden Londinian-style attacks can happen outside Londinia, that's not gonna end well for humanity.
It would be the end of us as a species.
So, you lugged this bad omen all the way here. You want to tell me what your plans are for it now? The circle, huh? Could use a drink about now. Here, faster if we take the lift to the surface. Not supposed to use it, but given the circumstances, I'm inclined to just ask forgiveness. Let's get going.
Okay, so back to the sixth circle. What's a quick way out of this place?
The fact that the UC was entertaining the notion of xeno-warfare angers me to the core.
Okay, fast travel back to the frontier. And I should be able to continue onward from there.
Hi. Please disregard. I attempted an informal greeting.
Just because the governor's office is right out there on the main level doesn't mean it's not secure.
Is that really her? Hadrian.
Percival. My God, look at you. You're an old man now.
You're no hassling yourself anymore, Major. Our friend here showed me your sample. Suffice it to say,
Not here. Let's talk somewhere more private. Lou said we could use the back.
The Red Devils aren't exactly your average bar crowd. You can see it in their eyes.
Lou gave me the
We
abridged
don't
version
belong
of what
here.
went down. Yeah, I can't thank you enough for taking care of all that.
makes two of us.
I hope it ultimately didn't end up being too much trouble. That's certainly not what I was expecting you'd have to go through. But thank you. I'm just glad you both came through intact. So, were you two able to get that workup together?
Got it right here. That sample? It's an exact match for the ones from Londinian.
Londinian. That's exactly what I was afraid of.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure. So tell me you've got some kind of plan for that workup.
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's gonna take to access our old Terramorph data.
Good place to start. What'd you find?
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archives? Doesn't that mean we'd be dealing with the Cabinet? And the Freestar Collective? And House Varun somehow? Guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the Cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But I called in some favors. They've agreed to hear us out on two conditions. One, they want to see this analysis you two have procured. And two, they want to discuss what happened on Tau Ceti. with both of us. Of course. You deserve the full story. Percival and I, we're not just researchers. We were military scientists, ran a division of the UC together that deployed aliens on the battlefield as weapons.
Place I was hiding out. That was our unit's home base.
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually became the heart of UC xeno-warfare. A practice that's been banned ever since the armistice went into effect almost 20 years ago. And the UC military cut us loose for what we'd done. Well, it was during that assignment that the UC asked us to explore deploying terramorphs on the battlefield. The project never got off the ground, but the data our team gathered is now sitting in the archives, along with all the other information banned after the Colony War. Under the watchful eye of monitors from all the galactic factions still participating in regular politics. But if we can convince the cabinet to help us access that data, it'll give us the tools we need to decipher what exactly this sample might mean. And hopefully, how to prevent more attacks like the one that spawned it. All right. I'm gonna go get this work up into the cabinet's hands. I'll meet you out front of Mast in New Atlantis.
Good luck. You two are gonna need it.
Hey.
Okay. So for a side quest, like I said,
Give that recipe a whirl on Percival's research test.
this is awfully main quest-ish for a side quest. It's very involved and intricate and all that.
Offering their sincerest condolences. The heart of the settled system.
Kind of glad that I did this, side quest thing. I wish I hadn't leveled up quite so much. That was kind of exciting, getting some decent weapons for my level. Yeah, and I could have just hit L and fast travel all the way, but I felt like doing a little bit of walking. Too bad I can't go in there. Hey, I wonder what kind of ship modules they've got here. Let's see. Cargo link is not currently active. That's fine. So where would the ship services guy be? Maybe they're down near the entrance. Oh, that's it down there.
Hey, need some work done?
Okay, let's take a look.
No problem.
What you got? Let's just hit the upgrade button and see what options they give us. Not much in the way of engine upgrades. We've got higher level grav drives. So I could extend my jump range significantly. Well, that could give me some more energy. Yeah, let's do that. So we upgrade our grav drive, our reactors. This leaves us with 30-year jump range, mobility and speed are still good. Mass is still good. I think that's all we need. If I go to the ship builder, just to see if there's any extra stuff. Let's see, shields. So the upgrades, it would only show me the things that went into the same place. So these wings are actually pretty good for mounting weapons on. Lots of B-class weapons here. A's, however, currently using these guys, which are 6.65, 1210. Yep, okay, bays, landing bays. This guy can be turned around to face the back, which is kind of nice. I'm not going to be upgrading my cargo hold until I can get some shielded cargo. Let's see here. Interesting looking tanks. So that really doesn't extend my jump range, so why would I go for a bigger HE3 tank? I think that's kind of a leftover vestigial thing. We have landing gear in 2 styles. Yeah, let's switch up my landing gear just for fun. There we go. Just a little bit of a change up. Ooh, recon graph drive. So these landing gears reduce my mobility by 1. I think I've already seen all of those. Okay, so here's the ship with the slightly different landing gear, which reduced my mobility. So let's put it back. There we go. I think from here I am just going to hit L, meet Hadrian in New Atlantis.
Did you know I used to have an office near the top of Mast? How far the mighty have fallen, eh?
Where are we supposed to be going?
Captain! Over here!
There.
The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. But listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier. So, in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there. My relationship with the UC. It's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head of the UC Navy. They called him Ve Victus, woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin, a title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come. I'm the last. A few of my siblings, they passed when we were young. Training accidents and the like. But most of the rest were deployed to the front lines during the Colony War, and they never came back. Not a day goes by where I don't think about what the world would look like with them still in it. No. They made a pretty grave miscalculation. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death on both sides. Freestar Collective, and UC. Military, and civilians. And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I just wanted you to be forewarned.
Okay.
I really appreciate you saying that. I just thought you deserved to know, considering how much you've done already. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss? I know you got dropped into the middle of this pretty fast. Or if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time. No telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here. Eye strain from the amount of reading I've got on the horizon if we succeed. The Terramorph project never went anywhere. It couldn't. They're deadly creatures, but they aren't xenoweapons. The cabinet not opening the archives is probably a bigger risk than them handing over the files. That data itself isn't dangerous, which probably wouldn't be a bad point for us to bring up, should the opportunity arise.
Okay, I'll have to remember that.
Well, thinking about it more, I suspect there'd be value in sharing the fact that the Terramorph project was, well, a failure. There's no need to be afraid of this data being weaponized. Knowing that should calm some of the cabinet's fears and make it easier for us to dispel any suspicions the other factions might have about our intentions.
Okay, I think that's all I need to ask her about, so let's trigger
Then
this.
I guess it's just a matter of...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties
Quick
please
save.
proceed to the cabinet chambers.
And
Sounds
let's
like
do
that's
this.
I'm not very comfortable heading into that. But don't worry. I'll try and keep my complaints to a minimum.
Up to the top.
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all three Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Va'ruun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
That's quite the leap, Captain. Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, Terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask how many deaths the cabinet requires to act. 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt, the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties. Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
That is worth considering. This attack took place on an almost completely uninhabited world. The casualties were minimal as a result. But if there's another attack, will we be so lucky?
Yes, a fine point, Admiral. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
It doesn't matter if it can be weaponized or not. The archives need to remain sealed for now. There's no reason to rush into a decision of this magnitude.
That? I hadn't thought of that, Captain.
An excellent point indeed. The other powers would likely be much more inclined to work with us knowing that. Chief Diplomat.
That point is a good one. Very well, you have my agreement. The galaxy is lucky you were here today, Captain.
You and I are in agreement, Chief Diplomat. So, if there are no other objections, I believe we can agree to give our full backing to make the request to... What was that?
Attention. An incident has occurred. Facility lockdown engaged.
Oh boy.
Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terramorphs.
Terramorphs. More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God.
Damn it. They're here. Now.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming, and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
We're on it, ma'am.
Okay.
Captain, I'm right behind you. Let's get down there.
You! The EM rifle, grab it!
That's it!
Okay, EM rifle.
Now hit it with everything you've got. Stop! We're trying to help you!
Please!
Don't.
I can't!
Come out! Lights out on that one!
We got them all.
Thank you for what you did. We didn't want to hurt them.
The way those people were acting, I've seen this before. They were under the Terramorph's influence, weren't they?
I don't know. They were down at the port and they just started screaming. We tried to restrain them, get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just started firing on us. People we knew. They went berserk.
Pheromonic projection. Some terramorphs, they can induce this fog. It affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control. Turn against everyone around them, even if they don't want to. They're like a puppet. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna need to be real careful with our fire. And keep that EM weapon at the ready. Let's do it.
That's unlocked. Please, do what you can to help them.
Okay, so kill terramorphs. Got it.
Wait. Did you hear that?
Oh my god, no time to waste, Cap.
Okay, so I need to do a lot of damage.
Stash the EM and pull some firepower. Let's move!
An evacuation order has been issued for the spaceport district. All citizens are required to proceed to the nearest shelter.
You might back up. Don't just stand there. Good.
Oh god. Captain! You're going to be okay! It's not real! Whatever you're experiencing right now, it's not real! We have to put down that form!
I'm coming for you.
Firing.
This is useless. You've already lost.
Here! I'm over here! Oh god! Please don't let me die!
Interesting, my health isn't going down.
They didn't give us much of a choice.
Did go down a bit here and there.
Wait, officer? Are you and this woman experts? Take whatever we can get right now. We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad, but we're barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before. Well, got one fire team to spare and whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more of my men. Put those things down and do it fast. We'll hold them as best we can.
Security scanners, chemical sniffers. The United Colonies sure isn't taking
Heard you might be
chances.
looking for some backup. You say the word, we're out there on your six.
I think I don't want
Have any
these with us.
experience with terramorphs before?
Only the brief they just gave on the way here. But we know how to handle pressure.
Surviving a full-on mental assault isn't the same as keeping your cool in a firefight. Might make you more liability than asset.
We're not UC security. You don't need to worry about us.
We're handling this without him.
Your call. We're on the line.
Let's see. What other weapons do I have that are... So we got the extended mag coachman, the Kodama is slightly higher DPS. Assault rifle.
You! Put it down! Put down the weapon or we shoot! You can't hide.
That's one down. Interesting effect there as somebody was shouting at me to put down the weapon. See if I can get some more stealth shots off. And dead.
Target down. Nice work, Captain.
It's over. Thank God. If these things reached the populated areas of the city, we would have had an absolute massacre on our hands.
So let's grab the loot here.
Find anything useful?
Guess they weren't kidding about you two. You best put the right people in the right place.
Okay, so YouTube is now complaining about not receiving enough data for smooth streaming. I don't get what it's doing. I mean, I'm sending it more. Half the time it's saying I'm sending it too much data, and the other half it's saying I'm not sending it hardly enough.
Like hell it is. I don't want to think what would have happened if you two hadn't been here.
Just glad we could rise to the occasion. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the Terramorphs have been dealt with. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
Attention. The spaceport has been secured.
Oh, I've always liked that statue. It's beautiful, isn't it? I wonder what the artist was trying to represent. I've flown across Most of the seven.
How the hell do Terramorphs get into the city like that undetected?
Thank you, gentlemen. Let your people all know how much we owe them today.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, there you are. I believe we have some things we should
My
discuss.
officers were unprepared for what happened at the spaceport. I intend to correct that.
Captain? Hadrian? It would appear that the Cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today. As well as an apology. Your concerns about the Terramorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
Of course. I only wish we could have acted sooner. Now, today's events have only clarified our path forward in the eyes of the Cabinet. You will have our full support in collecting the Terramorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks.
Okay.
But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the Cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play ball. Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy are facing right now. The Cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative. We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data. So, will you help us? I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed.
Security loses an officer. Make it my responsibility to call their family.
I'm gonna go check in with Chief Engineer Kulkarni. Start getting a plan together for that data.
Okay. Where are we here? So next step here is this. I think before I do that, before I go any further here, I want to see if I can get in good with the Freestar Collective. And that's the Empty Nest quest. So we're going to go do that next, and that'll be off camera. So
We
let's
didn't get where we are by sitting on our laurels.
get this somewhere back to normal. I think I can just fast travel to the lodge. I'm carrying too much. Okay.
To remember that. Yes? What?
Let's head down to that station, head to the spaceport, do some sales.
I'm so excited to see Tony after work.
Okay, so first off, we are overburdened a bit, so let's go sell some junk. Oh, before I sell, let's make sure I've got the best stuff set up as my primaries. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, there we go. Beowulf gets me range 40 with 777. Yeah. I could probably just get rid of the rest of this as it is. Spacesuit. Balanced versus power. So the Trackers Alliance gets me more damage reduction. Yeah, let's sell off the Trackers Alliance. I'll wear that. And let's switch to the UC Security. I'll put the Constellation helmet in my room. I am not wearing the UC Security uniform, but I will keep it in my room. So I need a skill point to unlock commerce. So I think what I'm going to do is drop stuff in my room instead of selling it. Oh, that's right. And actually, the lodge is where I need to go to talk to Sam Coe and pick up that quest line.
Yes? It's amazing to think that this tree predates New Atlantis. Can you imagine all the changes it's seen? I wonder if any discovery reports have come in while we were away.
Okay, let's see if I can peel my carry weight back down to something a little less unreasonable. So weapons, pistols. I leave behind the Kraken for the rifles. Let's see. Don't know whether I need that or not. I don't think so. Let's just pull this way down. So I'm down to 56. Why do I have 3 cutters? Okay, so these get me plus 500 damage resistance and energy resistance. That's pretty cool. If I can remember to use them. Okay, and there's a secret outpost message which I have to read. To Nebula 1B.
Rest well, I hope.
Okay, and that's going to be it for this stream. So I'll see you in the next one. I will probably be continuing to do the side quest one before I return to the main line. I have heard that the main quest will ends up with some spoilers. It has been recommended not to proceed to New Game Plus until you've basically wrung the juice out of the main game. So that's what I'm going to do. So it'll be mainly this series for a bit, and then I'll go back to the other once I'm ready to progress. So I will see you on the flip side.